but AIPAC has made it very clear that they are going to move heaven and earth to try to kick every last non-conforming representative, specifically the Squad, among others, in the Democratic Party, possibly the Republican Party too. Let's see if they go after Thomas Massie. Let's see what type of balls they have to go after him. But the AIPAC has insisted that they are going to take down any incumbent or primary challenger that dares to get in the way of their agenda, which is completely taking over the state of Israel.
Yeah.
That's the goal. And if you are not on board with that, no matter how many innocent...
You mean Israel taking over the entire thing?
Well, that's what I mean.
You mean like just complete Israel domination of the entire region?
Well, as
by any means necessary.
As RFK has made clear, that is our outpost in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Outpost.
It's the last vestige of like settler colonialism that the world is sort of looking shamefully at, and he's kind of bragging about it. It's our outpost.
Yeah, like
that's like the whole world has risen up against the whole concept of settler colonialism. It's like he's a little late to that party.
$100 million, to just say it, $100 million to target, I don't know, 15 representatives. That's a lot of money. But you know what that says to me, and I'm sure it says to you too, that's a lot of desperation you got going on there. You must really be afraid that just a few people in the halls of Congress saying that, yeah.
How many is the list up to now? Because it started at
24.
like 12. Okay, so good. They've got 24 people that are standing up to genocide, so that's nice.
Yeah, that's a start.
That's a start. Any of them Jewish? That's what I would like to know. I haven't seen the current list. If you guys know the current signatories to that document, I know that it was out there. I was driving yesterday and my friend, like my co-pilot, was trying to read it to me, but it was like trying to read people's signatures while we were driving. It was hard, but I could, from my gathering, nary a Jew. Not that I'm surprised.
Alan, good to see you. And based on your comment, we are, for however long, and it may not be long at all.
You won't have that problem here.
We are officially monetized again.
We are?
We are.
When did that happen? Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you knew.
How would I know?
So for however long we're able to make money, it probably won't last.
No, especially given the subject matter of honestly, at this point, it's like a wash. I really need to take lessons from Bo, how to talk in code so that everyone understands what I'm saying, except for like the algorithm.
Oh, well, yeah, that's important.
Because the problem is that I'm just a regular person and I don't think about the censor thing.
Well, if you guys are considering contributing to our Small But Mighty channel, we certainly appreciate any and all support that you are willing to do.
We do. We need a little help.
But as we will still insist upon, remember, if you're going to do a super chat that doesn't have anywhere near the amount of
be a $5 patron. Seriously, be a $5 patron.
But also
$5 a month.
Going to Cash App also makes a huge difference for us because that money goes directly here. You don't have to worry about it getting siphoned off.
That's true. There's no,
Now, if we had a large audience like some of our friends, and you wanted to see your message get there, we are able to keep an eye on pretty much every message that's coming through for now, which is fine.
You mean on a live?
Correct.
Okay.
JD Party Hat. Bernie's name is not on the list, but AOC's is. So.
But is it only a House list?
Well, there is one.
It might honestly.
Senator Dick Durbin is the one person in the Senate who is on.
Right. Okay. But is he on the same list? Is it? I don't know.
Same list.
Okay.
Same list.
So yeah, apparently Bernie's not on that list yet. Again, nary a Jew.
Also, go to patreon.com/generational change. As little as $5 a month, you become a Small But Mighty supporter of our channel. And we certainly appreciate any and all support. And you guys can see the scrolling names. But yes, it is important to understand. Right now, this is a political war, if you will, that's going to be fought in 2024. But it's going to go well beyond just one election cycle. Like the battle lines have been drawn now. People are not buying in to what the pro-Israel lobby is selling anymore. And for whatever reason, a bunch of people got their sea legs and decided we are now going to be taking that fight to the people.
But apparently the pro-Israel march did not do anywhere near as well as the Free Palestine march.
Now, Neo Maxim, the reason you're seeing that is because there are parts specifically of Miami that is very Israeli Jewish.
Oh, this is like Zionist headquarters in some places.
And there's no question that of the individuals that are still being held hostage that are Israeli, a handful of them are from South Florida. So that's not a new thing. So it's not surprising that there are people who want to go and fight in this. But again, you kill one person and go kill another person. So what do you think is ultimately going to be the end result? As You Don't Like My Music says, the fight never ends.
Because you can't beat the idea of freedom out of somebody.
And then, of course, you have this video that's been circulating on social media, particularly on TikTok, about what Osama bin Laden said in his manifesto about why he attacked America. And you've got apparently millions of people saying, well, that actually does make sense. Listen, there's no justification for the violence. There's no justification for what happened on 9/11. But we have a very hard time in this country having a cause and effect understanding of how these dramatic circumstances.
Right. We pick and choose the little pieces of the stories that suit our narrative, but nobody wants to go back far enough. And everyone will go back just far enough, like the way Bill Maher cited people like John Locke and Voltaire as creating the entire concept of freedom. It's like people go back to the point where it suits their narrative. But if you would just go back a little further or peel back one more layer, and they just don't want to do it, they're going to stay fixed. Whatever position they're in that suits their narrative, they're going to stay at that level. So you're not going to introduce new information. Some of these people are just so willfully ignorant.
No, they are willfully ignorant. And but this speaks to what you've always insisted upon, which is when you inject religion into the equation, you take away reason.
It's all over.
But now
I have people, if you're going to use the Bible as some sort of like geopolitical land deed, just no.
But now there's another layer that enters the equation when it comes to why they are desperately trying to mow the lawn in Gaza. Well, it just so happens, Jen, that there is a lot of natural gas.
I knew it was something like that. They want the resources.
Of course.
There it is.
Of course. It's always about that. And it's the same reason that we insisted on pushing the NATO line to Russia's border. And now Russia decided to invade Ukraine because it's all about the natural resources. They can claim all they want about how it's ethnically Russian or Western Ukraine is this and that. No. There are trillions upon trillions of dollars of natural resources in Western Ukraine that we think we own and Russia thinks they own. Hence why this is happening. And the same is true for why we are giving billions, about $14 billion has already been sent over to Israel. Already $14 billion.
Did you see that? I just saw this on Democracy Now! That Joe Biden and Anthony Blinken and who's Secretary of Defense?
Austin.
Yeah, Lloyd Austin. Are being sued.
Sure, good.
Did you see? I sent you the thing.
I did not know that.
I just forwarded it to you. They're being sued by, this is like, it's not the International Criminal Court. Like I was just in the middle when you said, "Are you coming?" I'm like, I'm watching this, and I was barely able to get into it. But they are being sued for contributing to the genocide. And this woman, very, very clear, this is an attorney who actually was present she was saying back like with the Bosnia and the Serbs, like the people that really know this stuff. And she clearly laid out the details that explain how this is genocide and how what they're doing is actually criminal. And it's, they're being sued. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.